My name is Bridget Kai. I'm an attorney and I practice in the area of estate planning, doing wills and trusts and probate and trust administration. This is the next video blog in my series on planning your estate. And this blog is going to be dedicated to talking about health care directives. When you make a revocable living trust plan, you not only have the trust created for you by the attorney, but also there are what I call support documents in addition to that. And this document is one of those. Its purpose is to plan for your health incapacity. So in this document, you are going to choose a person to act on your behalf and make decisions for you regarding all of your health needs when you are unable to do so. This is a document I would actually recommend, as well as the power of attorney for financial affairs, for even people who don't have a will or a trust yet. I consider these two documents to be a basic estate plan, things that every person should have. So without further ado, I want to explain a little bit about what a health care directive is. It's also sometimes called a durable power of attorney for health care as well. Those two terms are used interchangeably. For this video, I'm going to call it a health care directive. It is not a DNR, or a do not resuscitate order, and it is not a POST, which is a physician orders for life-saving treatment document. However, those two issues are incorporated in a health care directive. We addressed resuscitation. We address orders regarding life-saving treatment. But often people will have a health care directive, and if they're going into the hospital, a DNR as well. However, today we're just going to talk about the health care directives. So you're in a situation where you can't make your own health decisions. Something has happened, and either you're not mentally capable or you're physically not capable. You're in a coma, you're in surgery, or something. The physician is going to, and your care providers are going to want to turn to someone to make decisions about what's going on with your life. And so in this document, you can really be creative and draft it broadly or as specifically as you want. Typically, it provides for things like how long to keep you on life support, whether or not you want treatment when the treatment burdens outweigh the benefits that you may receive. In my documents in particular, there's a whole section on a philosophy about life. My documents, and 99% of my clients typically want a keep me comfortable and don't do anything that's not going to be beneficial to me. If it looks like I'm not going to survive whatever state that I'm in, then let me go gently and pain-free. Other people do want life at all costs, and those healthcare directives are certainly possible for that client. You can also talk about if you develop dementia or Alzheimer's, a form of dementia, where you can dictate to what extent invasive treatment is used and balance that with how much you can meaningfully interact with your family. You can make anatomical gifts in these healthcare directives, and for some also identify who you want your body to be given to at your death and who's responsible for planning for your funeral arrangements. So it's a very broad document, and unlike the power of attorney for financial affairs, it does have some influence after death, like I just mentioned. So who should have this document? Like I said at the beginning, I think everyone needs a healthcare directive. I think, though, it is critical for some groups of people to have. If you know them, have them get out and make one of these as soon as possible, because it is invaluable. One of those folks are people with chronic health issues, and typically people with chronic health issues are going to be given this information as well, but they should always make sure that they have an up-to-date healthcare directive naming an agent that they want and trust. A second group of folks are registered domestic partners, same-sex couples, or even opposite sex couples that aren't married, sort of the domestic partner situation, because physicians will turn to blood family over a partner, a girlfriend, a long-term relationship. And so if you want to make sure that your long-term relationship is the person you want to make these very critical and intimate decisions for you, then you need a healthcare directive. And finally, the elderly. Often elderly folks may not have this document on file or have gotten it, or they have it and it's old and it may have a deceased spouse on it and not provide for an alternate. So it's very important for your anyone over 65, which I don't consider 65 elderly, but to really pull that out. Either make sure you have one. If you don't have one or had one done a long time ago, get it up to date. So that is Advanced Healthcare Directives. You can always find out more information by calling my office or going to my website. Our number is 707-769-9975. You can even email me and I'd be happy to answer any other questions. Thank you.